Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello? Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, governor. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Ooh, there we go. I cut the extrusions that we're gonna need today last night, and I sliced my hand open. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It's been a hot minute since I've done this multiple times in the past. I used to work in a mold shop, for those that don't know. And every now and then, there's two types of jobs in the world. Jobs that you shower before work and jobs that you shower after work. Working in a mold shop is a shower after work job. So I would come home from work and get a shower. And there were times where I'd have like metal chips in my hair and I wouldn't realize that. That's why I wear hats. I started wearing hats when I worked in the mold shop. Because you get metal chips in your hair and you're washing your hair and you got a metal chip and it just across the hand. So I had to cut these on my chop saw last night and I didn't realize that I got a piece of metal in my hair. And so when I was washing my hair this morning, it somehow managed to stay in there all night, right across the palm. It's honestly more of a scratch than anything, but washing your hair, you don't expect to feel that. And you're like, ah! The worst kind of pain is unexpected pain. It's like when you go to take a drink of something and you think it's something else and then you drink it. And then like the flavor hits you and your brain has like short circuit for a second. It's like, you know, go out to eat and I grab like, you know, I grab a root beer and the little guy grabs an orange juice and I accidentally grab his orange juice and I go to take a drink of it thinking it's root beer or vice versa. And your brain just kind of does one of those things. Okay. So what are we doing today? We are working on the stealth changer. Hopefully, if all goes well, we will end the stream today with the tool heads in the stealth changer. If I can find where I put everything. I think I got it all. Oh, here they are. Yeah. I'm like, I printed some extra parts. Where did I put them? We need this, we need this, we need this. So we have our that's. We have, I think the tool head is down there. Yeah, the tool head is on there. So there's the fourth tool head. So I don't need this right now. And then I should have some printed parts. Yes, so we got to swap out some parts because I updated some of the parts so that we have more rigid mounting. This shouldn't take too long, although I'm going to have to put heat sets and stuff. So we'll get the heat set iron out. And we should have a pretty chill stream today. Should be a pretty chill stream. You mean like capsaicin? Dude, I made pasta. So I like to make spaghetti on Sundays. Sunday night is spaghetti night or some sort of pasta night because I make a homemade sauce. I really like spaghetti. I am partially Italian somehow. That's why I move my hands a lot when I talk. And what I like doing is making a big old pot of spaghetti on Sunday because, you know, my wife works, you know, she works, so she needs to bring lunches for work. So now we have like lunches for work and, you know, it's just easy. It just makes logistics easy. Turn this on. So for my pasta sauce, how I make it, I start off, I make my own sauce, throw some butter and olive oil in the pot, get that nice and sizzling, and then I'll throw some like garlic. I'll crush some garlic and throw it in there and get that, you know, nice and brown before adding like the tomato puree. And I like chili. I like a little bit of chili. I like a little bit of kick. So I throw in some chili flakes, right? Nothing fancy, just throw in some chili flakes. And I like to do it just before I throw in the sauce so they get a little heat. And I made the mistake of like leaning over the pot while the chili was going and also the garlic. And I basically tear gassed myself. It was not fun. I'm like, that smells good. Why did it smell like burning? Oh no. So, yeah, somehow I tear gassed myself on Sunday there. Which is not the first time I've tear gassed myself, which really sucks. Don't tear gas yourself. It's not fun. Believe me. I've been tear gassed multiple times in my life. It's not fun. So yeah, but the pasta did come out good. and that's what I had for dinner yesterday. So while we put in heat sets, this will give you a good chance to enter to win some polymaker filament. Every stream, we give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link is in the video description. Enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And wait, this isn't even the right one. I don't need these two. These two are the old ones. Why do I have some of the old ones? So I need 1, 2. Yeah, these are the right ones. Okay, well, I just wasted a heat set. Oh well. So enter for your chance, link in the video description, do all that jazz. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you want to help support the channel, content I create, and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you are really cool, gifting memberships to others. So we are carrying on with the Stealth Changer build. If all goes well today, we should have the mechanics mostly done. We should have all the tool heads. We got all the tool heads are built. I got them in a box somewhere. We got all the tool heads built. We got the new carriage installed. If today goes well, we'll have the actual docks all installed. And then all we'll have last to do is like programming and wiring and stuff. And we already got most of the wiring done already. We just got to install the umbilicals. So should be pretty good. But what we're doing right now is we're doing we haven't even finished building it. We're doing community mod. These are the mounts for docking the tool heads. I'm replacing these verticals with these guys because they have magnets in them. So I'll have to put some magnets in these, and this will allow us to basically have some sort of positive retention to the tool heads instead of just relying on friction. So you've got to swap all these out. I'm building this 3D yeah, it's fun. I mean, here's the thing. A Stealth Changer is not a 3D printer. It is a system you put on a 3D printer, okay? So, the reason the reason this build is taking a little bit longer than like a stock Stealth Changer build is simply for the fact that we're having to YOLO some of this because we are putting this on a non-standard V2. It is not a nominal size. I'm installing things a little bit differently. So it took a little bit more prep work and figuring it out to figure out how to do this properly. And now that we kind of figured it out, it's going pretty good. So yeah, so this is a non-standard Stealth Changer build because we're doing stuff differently. We are avoiding the top hat. We're not using a top hat. It's a non-nominal build volume. So none of the extrusions and everything for the kit would fit. I had to chop down extrusions and make things work. So it's a little bit, it's more fun this way though, right? If everything just, you know, if it just worked, where would be the fun in that? There we go. Almost 4 years, so much changed. I know. It'll be 5 years. It's been over 5 years. Actually, it's 5 years. No. Well, 2020, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 years of live streaming soon. And it's like 3 years of full time. Just waiting on the burn-in and the crash out to catch up. Done. You guys are gonna check in tomorrow. It's just gonna be a Minecraft channel, a Let's Play channel. I love to build printer, but it is expensive and you need room. It is what it is. You can build cheap printers now. There's some pretty cool printer kits out there now that are relatively cheap, like the Rook, the Delta Flyer. Honestly, I think those are kind of the future of printer kits, more so than like, because let's be honest, this is gonna sound really, hopefully you don't take, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Has there been a printer of a Voron 2.4 class released since the Voron 2.4. So we have the Vorons, right? You got the Voron, you got the Trident, you got the V2, whatever, the V0, and they are pretty popular. But has there been any big open source printer kit designs that have gotten to that level that have come out since the Vorons? Like there's the Rat Rig, but Rat Rig has a company backing it. VZBot's around, and I built one. But I don't see them anywhere near as much as I see Vorons. It's like everyone's kind of stopped working on full-blown kit printers, it kind of seems, and everyone's kind of moved towards like add-ons for printers in terms of like, you know, you have the stealth changer, the enraged rabbit carrot feeder, you have other tool changing add-ons, you have other multi-material add-ons. It doesn't seem like there's groups. The Rolohan stuff, is cool, but that stuff's more niche. Like I have a Delta Flyer, I've built 2 Rooks, they're fun printers. And honestly, they're like what I think kits are moving towards. Because nowadays, it's kind of like, you built a Voron back in the day because you wanted what a Voron does. You wanted an enclosed Core XY, an enclosed high-speed Core XY that could print materials like ABS and PC reliably, and the machine just worked, right? But now, there's a large segment of that market that still exists, that want that machine, but now you can just buy that machine. So the only people really building Vorons nowadays and other kit printers are those that are doing it because they have fun building kits. Like if you want to set up a print farm, you're not building 20 Vorons. You're going to go buy 20 Centauri Carbons for a fraction of the budget, right? So I think the Rolohan style of kit where it's relatively low cost and it's more of a project to have a functioning printer. Like you're building it because you enjoy building it. Like, yes, you get a printer out of it at the end of the day, which is cool, but nobody's building print farms of Rooks. Nobody's building print farms of Delta Flyers, right? You're building it because you want it to build it and you want it to have the fun of building it. And now that it's built, you're probably gonna use it for like little fun things, like a little desk printer, right? Keep it at your desk like a V0. But they're not like mass market printers. They're pretty niche. So it's kind of like the way how we look at kits and what makes a kit popular has changed between, you know, 2020 and now. Parts, PD, stepper kits. I have not. I had some people asking me if I was going to do the build a like a bowling alley kit, and I'm like, not my jam. Although my wave share screen came in, so I got to figure out how to program a wave share screen with a GIF on a Pi Pico, so that'll be fun. So we got to do that at some point. Okay, so you go here, I think, yeah. And you go, nope. It's a good thing I did not organize these by the elitists. Go there, and then you. Come on. Oh, gotta go this way. That's the bowling alley kit would be interesting for a lot of people and would provide content. It would provide content, but I wouldn't have anything to do with it after. I think Zombie Hedgehog's building one, and that it seems more of like a him type of project. So if you are interested in watching somebody build one, Zombie Hedgehog is building one on his streams, so are you going in? There you go. There we go. Gotta charge this for a second. For the Tuesday fund, cheers, Andrew Rogers, $10. Appreciate it. There we go. So now, with that, we put some magnets in it. To lead. So with this now, we have this tool head. We'd put magnets in here. We have to swap out these screws to steel screws. Now, when this goes in here, we have magnets on the front actually physically holding it. So instead of it just resting and worried about friction holding it in place, we'll actually have, you know, actual stuff holding it. So we'll have some positive reinforcement. So that'll be nice. Oh. Just use the Allen key. So worse today, had to refresh. Yeah. It doesn't help that it somehow decided to double the stream up too. So that like it crashed while I was setting the stream up. The YouTube Studio app kind of crashed while I was setting the stream up. And then it made 2 streams. So make sure you all like the smash button so YouTube promotes the stream to people's home boxes right now. What is the main factors in 3D printing? What do you mean, what are the main factors in 3D printing? Like, it's like a CNC machine. It depends on your use case, what you're going to be looking for. There is no universal factor. Oh, waiting for? Hit refresh. Oh, are there people like stuck at a waiting screen? Yeah, hit refresh. How's the penguin? What penguin? Penguin, what? This is dying. Charge. My Linux expand. Oh, the Linux. Yeah, it's going good. I've had Linux as my main desktop OS on my main computer for over a week now, and it has been solid so far. Now that I got everything set up, it's going. It's chooching. I'm liking it. I am liking it. It's once I think I've said this a couple times on stream. Once you get Linux set up, once it's set up, it's solid. Like it is so nice having a responsive OS for a computer instead of, you know, dealing with win slop, micro slop and all that jazz. I do love how like Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, came out and it's like, stop hating on AI. It's the future. Stop calling it slop. And everyone's like, yeah, we all have to love a technology just that makes, you know, 5 people ultra rich and then costs everyone else their job. Yeah, we have to like this. When was the last time you ran an intro video? It's been a while. I stopped running the intro video because 1, it's horribly outdated. The intro video is pretty horribly outdated. But 2, the problem is like, it's a video. So like there's a time thing to it. And I find just doing the waiting screen, it's just easier because then I could just go live whenever. Like with the intro video, it was an intro video. So you had to like, you know, my OCD was like, I have to wait for the video to finish before I could hit go live. So. No, Jensen Wong said something similar too. Jensen Wong said something similar too. It's like, you got to stop hating on AI. People got to stop hating on it. But remember, NVIDIA is the company selling shovels during the gold rush. They want this to keep going. Yeah, update and just press update all and you get with no restarts. Yeah. I mean, every now and then it does tell you like, hey, you probably should restart. But yeah, I have like a little octopus that pops up in the corner. It's like, hey, update. And I click a button and it updates and I move on with my life. It's great. I think we have one more left here. And then we're going to adjust these little tabs while we're at it. But no, I don't have any weird like stability. Like, okay, a good example. Some games I will play while watching videos, like Baldur's Gate or Cyberpunk when I'm driving between missions or whatever. I like having a second monitor. I'll have a second monitor playing like a YouTube video, or I'll be watching Twitch or something. And on Windows, it would frame rate stutter. So it would just be like, you know, sometimes I could watch something on my second monitor while I had a game running on my main monitor and it would work fine. And then sometimes the second monitor would turn into a slideshow. Like it couldn't handle rendering two things. I don't have that problem in Linux at all. Everything just kind of works. Games run better. The games that I play run better. The system's more stable. I like it. I'm liking it so far. No, which does... I went with Cache and I just went with the default Plasma, KDE Plasma. For me, all I want, like, I wasn't going to do Hyperlend or any of those crazy ones that you pretty much have to do it all via command line. It's like, I don't want to deal with that shit. It's like, I want my operating system to not exist. I just want my computer to run the programs I want it to run the way I want it to run them and to shut up. That's all I want my computer to do. Let's blow the background. Yeah. Like, I just want, like, in my opinion, your operating system should just be something in the background. Just let the programs that I want to run, and that's it. Shut up. Okay, this one's a little... There we go. Okay. So, now we have that. So what we have to do now, we have this little guy here. Okay, so this we have to line up with the nozzle. So I'm gonna have to adjust it probably. Oh yeah, I gotta bring it back quite a bit. Too big. I don't remember which one. Look at that, it's just shorter. No, I slipped it out. Oh no. Okay. All right, so it's pretty much all the way out. So this way, when it goes to grab the nozzle, it kind of... It's an ooze prevention thingamabobber. It's in half of Klipper Linux. No, yes, potentially, maybe. Klipper is how the printer runs, but you need something to run Klipper, and most people use Linux or Octoprint. You can use Octoprint, which Octoprint is basically like is Linux too, just so you know. At least pretty sure Octoprint is Linux. Octoprint is based on Linux. Yeah. So yeah, you need something to run it, and most people use Linux because it can't run by itself. Where's my scale? There it is. Okay, 600 thou. Or no, this is the one. Okay, so this is 700 thou. Okay, 700 thou. Yeah, Raspberry. Although you can run, like I could put Klipper on my desktop. You just need Linux. You don't need anything fancy. You just need like a Linux distro, basically. Hannah Montana Linux. Apparently, there is a Linux distro called Vibe OS, and the entire thing was written in like vibe coding with Claude. And I'm like, and it's like sold as like, some of it works, most of it isn't tested. Have fun. It's like everything in it is vibe coded. Like vibe code me a web browser. Sure, there's no security issues there. You know what's nightmare fuel? Net 7 runes. You want to know what's nightmare fuel? Look up the quote by how much of Microsoft code is written by AI now. Running in a VM, yeah. Oliver 3D gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it, Oliver. Okay, so now we have to screw. And by screw, we have to drill. And by drill, I mean I literally have to drill. We need to put some holes in these because these extrusions are going to mount to the top and the bottom of this. And then we're going to mount the whole assembly to the front of the printer for docking. Okay. Normally, how this would work on a normal stealth changer is you would mount it to the top. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of a stealth changer here. Okay. So normally, how you would build a stealth changer is you would only have one extrusion going across here. And then the tops of these would mount to the top of your frame. So they would just kind of, it would sit like this, okay? And then you would have an extrusion going across here and they would sit like this. And then you put a top hat on top. We are not doing a top hat because we have a very tall printer we're putting this on. So we have to mount it in the middle. So that's why we have 2 extrusions. And also why I have this top part mounted backwards. Normally this is 180 around, so it's like this, but I have it spun 180 so that both extrusions are on the outside. So in closing it, we're gonna have to get a little funky. We'll figure something out. But this will allow us to basically be able to shift the mounting point wherever we need it to be to get the most print room in the printer. Because we have a non-nominal size printer where I want to avoid using a top hat. I'm using a 3D printed top hat actually. We're having to go outside of the standards because the printer has to fit on that shelf down here. My printer has to fit on this shelf. So part of that is I have to make it actually fit on the shelf. So we can't go too hot. I can't do a top hat. So we got to blind joint these, and I forgot to drill holes in them. These extrusions are just random V-slot extrusions from like a Creality Ender, I believe. And because they're the only ones that I had that were long enough that I could then cut down. So now we have to get a little funky with it because I have to drill a hole 10 millimeters in. So 1 centimeter. Do I have any 1 centimeter tape? I do not have 1 centimeter tape. So now I need a punch. Who's got a punch? Anyone got a punch? That'll work. I need a hammer. Do I not have like a... Oh, where... I don't have my ball peen out here. Okay, well, hammer. That'll work. Print a jig, brah. I would print a jig if I had thought about it before doing this. So instead, we're just going to YOLO it. I mean, it's all it is a hole for putting an Allen key through. It doesn't have to be super precise. It just got to be a hole big enough to put an Allen key through. So where's my scribe? Please tell me I still have my scribe. Where's my scribe? Seriously? Where's my scribe? No, where's my scribe? Where's my carbide scribe? Did I misplace it? I might have misplaced it. It might be downstairs. It might have thrown it out. I might have accidentally thrown it out. Shoot. I used to have this nice carbide scribe that I would use for scribing stuff. Oh well. It do be what it do be, yo. Right about there. And yes, I'm using a tap as a punch. In the immortal words of some guy, good enough. It's just clearance. Okay. And now we channel our inner Bruce Willis and we drill. We don't have Matt Damon here to help us. Expert level YOLO. Now, since this is a clearance hole, we're doing blind joints here. If you don't know how blind joints work, essentially you have a button head screw. Okay. If you don't know how a blind joint works, essentially you have this screwed into a T-nut, and then the other end slots into the extrusion, and you just kind of screw it down. But how do you actually tighten the screw if it's that? Well, you just basically drill a hole through the extrusion so that you can line it up and tighten it through that. That's how a blind joint works. If you built a Voron frame from a kit, odds are it's blind joint. So essentially you want to drill it with any size drill will work. But if you're lazy like me, you're going to use whatever drill is as big as you can go, so you don't have to worry about alignment as much. We're using the universal, if it fits, it sits method. So. There we go. Do I have a little piece of wood somewhere that I can use for a block to prevent me from drilling a hole into my table? That would be really nice. Let me grab a piece of wood, because I don't want to drill a hole into my table. There we go. Okay. Where did I punch that hole at? Right there. All right. Oh, it's in hammer mode. Stop. Hammer time. Drill hole in a 1, 2, 3 block. Yeah, you could do that too. I should probably put a clamp on this. Yep. I'm gonna clamp it. Remember, you're breaking through into a hole, so it's gonna be a little chunky, and it's gonna bite. This is something where if you have a drill press, it makes your life a lot easier. I used to have a drill press, and now I don't. So I have to, I am the drill press. Thought this was a mid-90s Civic. What? We'll do both at the same time. Clamp both sides down. So what's everyone up to today? Anything exciting going on? There we go. One, ah. Two, ah. You're on vacation in Rocky Mountain National Park. Damn! Two things. One, why are you watching me if you're on vacation in the Rockies? Two, how is it? I've only ever flown over the Rocky Mountains, or the closest I've been to them, other than flying over, was Calgary. I've been to Calgary, and I've been to Vancouver. So the closest I've been is Calgary on the one side, and then wherever Linus metered, Langley? I've been to Langley. So I've been on each side of the Rocky Mountains, and I've flown over it, but I've never been to the Rocky Mountains. Oh, Colorado, I guess. Colorado, Denver. I've been to Denver. Denver is as close as I've gotten. Denver to up in, what is it, Windsor? Where Rocky Mountain Rep Fest actually takes place. I guess that's the closest I've been to the Rockies. Do you know Calgary has zero population of mice and rats? The whole state of Alberta doesn't. Alberta is a mice-free, is rat-free. They have managed to keep the province free of mass too cold. That, and they've managed to actually they lucked out. You got the mountains on one side, and then you just have, they're surrounded like to the, obviously there's nothing to the north except tundra. And then so on the east and the west is just environments that like rats don't live in. They don't live in fields. They have to live in like, you know, urban environments essentially. And they just keep a really good job of keeping them out. So, yeah, there we go. I have metal chips all over the floor in my garage on the other side that I got to clean up. But not today. Hopefully the Friday stream will be a fun arts and crafts stream. I'm actually kind of excited. My little guy starts Scouts today. We put him in Scouts this year. And I'm actually kind of excited for that. Should be pretty fun. Okay, so we got that. Now I got to put the magnets in these. So we'll put the magnets in these right now. So hopefully I have enough of these magnets. I might have to go downstairs to grab some more, because these are just like the generic 6.3 Voron magnets. And I kind of have them everywhere. I don't really store them in any special spot. They just kind of float around. I just stick them on stuff, and that's where I store them. So I might have to run downstairs to grab some more. So we'll start putting these in for now. Pinewood Derby, get ready. Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to the camping. That's what I'm really kind of excited for him, is the camping stuff, get him outside. We want to try doing some camping. It just sucks where I live. I live in Southern Ontario. There's like no real camping around me. Like camping around me is you go to a campsite. There's no like, oh, hike in the woods and, you know, just set up a camping spot. That doesn't exist where I live, which kind of sucks. That's the kind of camping I like. What about pet rats? I don't think you're legally allowed to have pet rats in Alberta. I mean, a quick Google search will tell you. But I don't think you're allowed to have a pet rat in Alberta. Okay. I'm gonna have to buy more super glue. Beaver is just a freaky rat. I mean, they're in the same family, but they're not. Beavers are beavers. And their hats will make you mad. I gotta go downstairs, get more magnets. Literally, one magnet short for this? Okay. I have to go downstairs and get magnets. 1 second. Yeah, I gotta go downstairs, get some more magnets. I'm assuming some of these kits have magnets, but I'd rather use like the random stock of magnets that I have. I got a bunch of the... Oh, these are bigger. These are too big. Yeah, I gotta go downstairs. Give me... Uno momento, por favor, biblioteca. 1 second. Grab some magnets. Hey, puppy. Magnets, magnets, where are me magnets? They're there. Is that? No, I should have more. Where did I? Is that all I got? Really? I used to have a big bin of these. Where'd they all go? Okay, maybe I gotta actually... Oh, jeez, there they are. Yeah, it's like I bought a 500 pack at some point in my life. And it's like, I store them on the side of toolboxes. I just throw them on the side of toolboxes. So I have magnets all over the place. They're just not anywhere in particular. Okay. So that's the bottom ones. Let's put the top ones in now. You can go to Detroit and camp in and out of the DNR outdoor adventure. I'm joking, but it's serious. There was one camping ground I went to in Michigan that was pretty cool. Rifle River, Rifle Creek, I think. Like it was like a, you know, it was a campground, but like it had trails nearby, and also you could, they would drive you upriver. Like once a day they did a thing where they would drive you upriver, and then they would put you in a floaty, and then you would just like, you know, like an inner tube. You can rent an inner tube, and then you just take the inner tube downriver back to the campsite. So every day we would get picked up, we'd go upriver, we'd bring one inner tube for the cooler, and then, you know, we would just drink and smoke and float down the river for a couple hours and get back to our campsite. It was fun. I have super glue all over my hands now. Rifle River, Rifle River, I think that's what it was. I went there once, like it was, oh God, when was this? It was before me and my wife even started dating. So this was 2011, 2012, I want to say. It's over a decade ago for sure. So I was still single at the time. There we go. It's where everybody who grew up in Michigan parties at least one summer. Yep. So we went there. It was hilarious. We went there on Canada Day weekend. A bunch of Canadians went there on Canada Day weekend. And it was surprising how many Canadians we ran into there. It was a good time. It's where I learned American weed sucks. Guy gave me a joint. Like, the fuck is this shit? It's like good shit. I'm like, this ain't good shit, man. I recommend, oh, the Pinery. Yeah, we want to go up to the Pinery. It's one of the things we want to try doing. I wanted to do camping with the little guy. I wanted to get into camping. Because we have stuff, right? I still have a bunch of stuff from my army days and whatnot. And I love the outdoors. I love walking trails. I love being outdoors, right? And we haven't because of the dog, because he's too old to, we can't board him anymore. He's too old for that. The person who used to watch him, their house has a bunch of stairs and he can't really do stairs that good anymore. And he's blind. He's almost blind. He's deaf. It's just kind of a logistical not good. So, go to California. I don't really smoke. I do the gummies. That's about it. Okay. So now, how this works, we got magnets in the front here. And then on the tool heads, we're going to have to finish swapping out the screws because these are now steel. We did stainless, but now they're steel. And then these top ones here, I don't even know where those anything even goes into. But what you do with these top ones, you get some set screws. So you just get some set screws and you just put some set screws in there. So it's kind of, I'm literally just stealing set screws out of old kits. I have a whole thing of MXL screws that I'll never use, or MXL things I'll never use. So I was like, well, use them for something. Just take the grub screws out. Nope, I think that's the wrong one. This one's too long. Neuro treats? Yeah, Neuro treats. Oh, that one, I ripped the thread out. Well, if I rip the thread out, we will use some extra thread adhesion helper. Yeah, get more super glue. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we have steel, and then when it docks, the magnets kind of lock it in place. So it's not a perfect hold. Like, it's not going to hold it against gravity, but it's going to give you a little bit more bite. Okay. So we got that. So I'll do the rest of those later. We got to finish swapping those out because I want to get this in the printer. So now, I think the easiest way to do this will be to put the bottom on mount all these and then put the top on. Yeah. Okay, so let's get the printer out. So all of these are there. You can go. Where'd I put the box of stuff? Oh, I put it down here. Go. Go. Did I put the PTFE between the orbiter and the top of the nozzle? I think so. Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, the whole build is streamed. So if you want to double check for me, you can go back to the part 3 or 4 when we built them all and double check that I put them in there. The advantage of doing everything live, it's all documented. So that is nice. You'd be surprised how many times I've had to go back and look at a stream to see what I did or didn't do. Happens a little bit more than I would like, but there is that. Also, we are going to be swapping over to the other umbilical type mounting too, so we got to do that too. Let's fit in here. Okay. Super glue is so hard to squeeze out. Oh, super glue. Yeah, well, to be fair, this bottle is like mostly empty. This is one of those Loctite. I acquired a couple of these from work when I left that were in my toolbox. So this is like 5 years old, super glue, but it's really good stuff. Like if you can get this stuff, if you use a lot of super glue, get this stuff because this actually lasts a while because it's, you know, a lot of it versus like when you normally buy super glue and they come in those itty bitty tubes or they come in a container that's big, but it only holds like 1/5 of it because the rest is just like a plastic shell. Whereas this is actually like 1 ounce of super glue. So if you have like a Fastenal cabinet at work, they probably have them in there. Okay. So this is our B2 tall boy. So we need to mount these. I don't know exactly where these are going to end up. So as far as I'm aware, we're going to mount it where a 250. So this is 390 millimeters of Z, roughly. I have about 390 millimeters of Z travel on this printer. So the goal is I want to have, I think we can do 300 millimeters because you can see the top hat here. You need the top hat because of all the umbilicals. This is a 330, not a 350, not a 300. And then I do have a printed top hat on top that gives me like another 2 inches. So what I'm hoping is that I can get by with basically 300 millimeters of Z, and then we'll sacrifice the rest of the Z, but then we don't have a top hat, right? We have one monolithic frame. So I need a scale. Where is my scale? Where's my scale? Was over here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So essentially, right there. We're just gonna eyeball it for now, and then I will move it around later. So it's kind of like eyeballing it for now, and then later we'll actually do it properly. So this is the nice thing about having it be the whole dock assembly is one unit. I can just undo the 4 screws that hold it to the frame, and I can slide it up and down to adjust. So wherever it ends up being happy at is where it'll be at. And whatever Z Whatever amount of Z travel we get is whatever we get for Z travel. I'm not super concerned with my max Z on this machine. I have tall printers already, so I don't need another tall printer. Okay. Right about there. Okay. Hopefully that is enough. No, that isn't enough. We need shorter than M3/8. Shoot, we might have a problem here. Because M3/8 or M5/8, I can't blind joint into this frame because those don't go in far enough to lock that. Okay, do I have M5/6s anywhere? M5/6s. That is a question that I do not know the answer to. We might be in trouble before we get started. M5/6 is good. Washers. I can't really use washers because this has to sit on the frame. I can't like not have it sit on the frame. It's got to sit on the frame. Did I cut these to the right size? Hopefully I did. Ooh, wow, I did. I did. Perfect. Will work, and it will sit flush under the head of the screw. I don't know if there's enough. I have to shim like 2 millimeters of washer, and I don't know if I could fit 2 millimeters in there. Or I could just use these M3/6s or M5/6 screws that I have right now. We'll just go with that. So, just JB weld it on. JB weld. JB weld all the things. So how this will work like that. Booyah. And then these will mount in here. And then we take the other extrusion and it goes on top. And then big happy family. That doesn't line up. I might have to modify these files. Yeah, that won't line up. Okay, I'm gonna have to change this top. I thought that worked. I thought that lined up. That does not line up. That does not line up. Shoot. That does not line up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to modify this top one here, but I could do that after stream. So I guess we can only do the bottoms now. Okay. Shoot. I was really hoping that if I spun this 180 that it would line up, and just quickly napkin mathing it, it did. But actually having this mounted shows it doesn't. So that's a little annoying. I'm gonna have to shimmy that over. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I should have noticed that. I should have noticed that. Oh well. Easy fix. It will be an easy fix. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. What size screws do I need to mount this now? M3/8. 3/10. The bar is level. Yeah, I'll adjust it all later. Like, just for now, I'm just getting it in, and then we'll worry about actually having it properly mounted up later. Okay, come on, get in your hole. You want to go in your hole? What the frick? Ah. There we go. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take these tops off because these won't work anyways. I got to take them off anyways. Okay. Okay, so M3/8 works. So let me grab from my actual stock. M5/8. Can I print a spacer? I could, but it's going to be easier, I think, just to reprint the part. Just modify the part and just reprint 4 of them. It'll look cleaner than having to do a spacer. Okay, so those can't go that way. Okay, so you have to put your T-nuts in a certain way. The nuts on the T-nut have to go inward. If that makes sense. Because if you try to do the T-nuts where the holes are on the outside, they don't get close enough. I think I'm missing that. Yeah. Shoot. Dang it. Both started before. There we go. What's half of 490? Every time I'm not a fan of V-slot extrusions. It feels so sloppy. And how is your LTT Stealth hoodie holding up? Oh, I've had this for a couple of years now and it's held up great. LTT merch, out of all like the merch I've purchased from content creators, the LTT store stuff has held up the longest. Yep, that's an M3. Like the hoodies, I have two of the hoodies. I have the stealth hoodie and I have the WAN show hoodie. I wear those pretty regularly when it's cold out. I got a bunch of the shirts. The screwdriver obviously is, you know, we all know how the screwdriver is. So I finished my second playthrough of Cyberpunk, doing all the side missions like Phantom Liberty and all that stuff. Goddamn, the Phantom Liberty side quest or DLC is good. It is so well done. But I started watching Edge Runners with the wife, because I've never actually watched Edge Runners yet. Like, I know all about it from like just, there's enough of it out there you can kind of guess what happens and the memes and whatnot, but finally actually started watching it with the wife. Oh, it's so good. So good. So good. The high-speed cables. Yeah, honestly, as somebody who's had issues, like you guys know, I've had issues with, you know, sus quality cables. I don't know how much the cost on them is going to be, but having a legit source of good quality cables is, yeah. No arc raiders. I don't play online games. I don't really play online games. I don't know. I just don't really play online games that much. I like my single player games. Like, I really like the backpack. Honestly, the LTT store commuter backpack is goated. I was gonna get the full-size backpack because I needed a new backpack for when I travel for events, right? And I was gonna get the full-size backpack, but it's too big. And then they came out with the commuter backpack and I'm like, I want it, and I bought it, and I like it. So, the Helldivers for month. Well, yeah, Helldivers, like, honestly, the reason I played so much Helldivers was because we had a bunch of people on the Voron team also playing. So I had a regular group to play with. And as soon as like the people I was playing with kind of stopped playing, I stopped playing. I got my jam out of it. Oop. You don't have a small pharmacy you need to carry when traveling. Yeah, true. I mean, I got my recording equipment and everything, but it's not that much. I have a pretty compact travel setup. It's literally a DJI Pocket Osmo 3 and a Framework 13 laptop and some batteries and chargers. That's my travel setup. And it works pretty dang good. So. Like, it kind of sucks because the backpack I was using before was a Maxpedition backpack. It was Falcon 2, I want to say. And that was a goated backpack. Like, I used that as a range bag backpack. I beat the shit out of it. Brought it on field weekends and whatnot. And it was good. The problem was it wasn't good for what I needed it to do when traveling to cover events. So I had to get a different one. Okay. So that is that. So now we got to figure out where the center is and then properly space these. So, get my, so what did you say, 425 millimeters? Where did I lose my scale? Oh, I put it back in the drawer. Wow, I actually put something in the drawer and then I realized. But on the big size. It's about the same size as the LTT one, I think. It expands more this way. The problem is it just doesn't have like the same setup for electronics. It's like, it's a range bag, right? It's like, it's an outdoorsy range bag. It's not an electronics backpack. So, okay. So where is the middle of this? 425 millimeters. Or 245, right? 245. So right there. 245, right about there is the middle. Okay, so now we got to figure out spacing. So we got 4 tools. Could I have fit 5 tools? So if I had one of these right in the middle. If you could butt the tools right up together, I could fit 5. I could fit 5, but I'm not going to try and fit 5. Roughly about that. That'll work. So 300 should fit 5. Yeah, I know I could have fit 5, but I stole parts of the from one of them for the Venture XL. And so I don't have enough to make them all the same. So instead of having like one that has like a different tool headboard and everything, it's like, no, I'm just gonna make them all the same. So we got 4. 4 is enough. All right, so let's figure out. That will be, yeah, so we'll do 40 millimeter spacing between them, I think. Right about there. Like, considering I have the XL, which does 5 and it's bigger. So if I'm going to do something multicolor in tool changing, it's probably going to be done on the Prusa XL. This is going to be more for multi-material because this is going to be enclosed. So this is going to be for actually doing multi-material stuff, I think, versus the XL, which is my multicolor. So for multi-material, really you only need 2, but we'll play around with 3. And if I got to adjust them later, I will. I'm just putting them somewhat evenly for now, just so we have some sort of reference. Or is enough for now. Future streams add a special tool head that does want to change. Yeah, like for now, it's 4 is fine. I can always add another one later. It's not a huge deal. Waiting for the guy to yell at me that he doesn't like the camera angle. There we go. So 40 millimeter spacing between them all. There's that. So then what I got to do now is figure out the spacing for this guy. Because now, actually, can I? No, I can't. So I'm going to have to modify. So from that flat face, because the original design for this, these mount inward like this. And then it's in line with this. So I have to move this 20 millimeters over. Because right now it's centered in the extrusion. Because this is supposed to actually mount to that. But we're not doing that. So I was hoping I could just spin it around and it would work. And unfortunately with my luck, it doesn't. It sits too far out. So I have to bring it over and in. It's gonna be fun. So I was hoping I could just spin it around and be lazy. I was hoping I could just be like, yeah, we'll just spin it around and it'll work. Yeah, because all that clears by a mile, so that's not an issue in the front. Okay, so let's take a look. So that's a problem for future healers. So what I will do, because I don't think you guys want to be subjected to me doing CAD butchery on stream. With a multi-head or index, can you do both multi-material and multicolor? Yeah. Yeah. Basically, the reason you don't want to do multi-material with single nozzle setups is the amount of purge you need, because you don't want to be printing, like, remember, PLA and PETG don't mix. They are dissimilar materials. They will not stick to each other. So you don't want to be printing with a blend of PLA and PETG. You're going to get a weak part. So if you're switching between PLA and PETG, because say you want to print something in PETG with PLA supports, because they come off really easily, you need to purge a crap ton of filament to purge out all the PLA and all the PETG between the two. So you're wasting a lot of time. Also, depending on the two materials you're printing, not only may you have cross-contamination issue or color bleed, like going from black to red, or white to black, for example, you also have to worry about the temperature differences, because different materials print at different temperatures. So imagine you're printing something that prints at like 280, and now you're going to go print something at 240. So you retract the 280 stuff, but you don't obviously get it all out. And then you go to print at 240 stuff, and you're trying to force something that prints at 240 through, or prints at 280 through a nozzle at 240 to purge. You can have jamming issues, right? So single nozzle filament multi-feed setups, in my opinion, are multicolor setups. You don't really want to be doing multi-material with them. They can do it. I'm not saying they can't do it. They can do it. It's just with the amount of, they're not optimized to do it. There's a lot of downsides. I should have taken the cutting mat off this because it's sliding around while I slide the printer around. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we got to fix this drag chain, because we can't be using this drag chain, because I'm going to be having Bowdens come in here, and I don't want them interfering with this chain. So we're going to be flipping this chain around, flip it and reverse it. Wait. So can I, how high up can I raise this? Oh, de-loo-day, oh, de-loo-day, oh, de-loo-day, oh. There we go. Whew. Okay. So we need to go higher. That'll work. Okay, so what are we at here? All right, so we'll go 110 from the top. $110 from the top, just so they're somewhat even. There we go. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to slide this down, but for now, it is what it is. Okay. So now we gotta take this drag chain off. Are these labeled at all? No, they aren't. I should probably label these before I take them off. Can I get a Voron serial? If it's a Voron, you get a Voron serial. Stealth changers are stealth changers. Stealth changer is an add-on to a Voron, so I think you can get a Voron serial with the stealth changer. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, it's a Voron first, and then it's a stealth changer add-on. So, I think. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, good. We actually have the inlet there, so that'll be nice for the. Or actually, no, I don't need that. How do I take this off? Because we got to modify this now. So you come off. Okay. Because we have some printed parts here for an up and down drag train. This part, and I think it's this part. How did this go again? Does anyone have the link again for the drag chain? The upside down drag chain thing? It was on printables. Printables. How's the stream going? Going good. Voron inverted drag chain. Is that the mod? Ah, shoot. Somebody linked it in my Discord. Now I gotta find it. Where is it? No, I'm in the wrong channel. Livestream channel. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it right here. While that's loading up, I'm gonna have a drink of my delicious gamer subs. Use code Canuck, save some money. The belt alignment as it goes into the carriage. Yeah, we're gonna have to play with it. It's not lined up perfectly right now. I'm gonna have to fiddle with it. I don't like fiddling with belt alignment until like everything's together and level, because like fiddling with alignment while everything's out of alignment doesn't work. But yes, I know I gotta fiddle with it. It's because the carriage is designed to work with up to 6mm belts, and I don't have 6mm belts in it, or up to 9mm, and I got 6mm. Okay, so how does this work? So the top one goes like that, and the bottom one goes like that. What are those end pieces? So I gotta take this off. Have I seen the Cobra X from Anycubic? I think so. I don't really follow commercial printers too much anymore, I'll be honest. A lot of them, you know what really sucks about the commercial printer market? They're all just bamboo copies now. Or they're just like, I don't know. It's not as exciting as it used to be. Like, look at the new Creality Spark X or whatever the heck they call it, which is, it is literally a bamboo A1 just reversed. So that everything that's on the left is on the right and everything that's on the right is on the left. Like, oh, do I have don't tell me I got a strip screw in here. Really? Come on. You know what? Oh my God, come on. Oh, it's because that's a Torx for some reason. Why is that a Torx? How are you a Torx bit? Why are you a Torx bit? Co-print Quattro's forehead bits there. Yeah. Here's the thing, I'll be honest. If you're looking for a 4 tool head color printer, Snapmaker U1. Does it do what the Snapmaker U1 does better or cheaper? Of course, it's an oddball size Torx. Ugh. Not even that tight in there. Come on, really? You're gonna make me get out my Torx bits for this? Okay, you're being a butt. 1 second. Oh, nope, that's the wrong size. What about you? Are you the right size? Don't need you anymore. Then maybe now I can actually get you in here and get you undone properly. Nope, that doesn't want to go in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a torque spit. Shoot! Why do I have torque spits? Why am I using torque spits? Why did I use a torque spit? So I can never offhand remember what size Torx is the right size. So it's always like, is this the right one? Nope. Is this the right one? Nope. So I need the non-Torx. Okay, that one's too big. What about you? Are you the right size? Too big? How do I have too big? 9, 8. Let's try 8. Oh, it's because it's stripped. That's why. It's a pain to get out because I cross-threaded it. That's why. Remember, kids, cross-threading is nature's Loctite. Am I just... That is in there. That is in there. Okay. That is in there. That is cross-threaded. That is totally cross-threaded. That's why it's not coming out. It's actually seized. Extractor? Yeah, I got my extractor right here. I got my extractor right here. Well, I can get at this. Will be 7, will be 7. Oh, that is really in there. Oh man, I buried that. I buried that. Like, luckily I don't really need that part, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. But it is... That is in there. I don't know if I can get that out. You know what? I might just take it here. Let me do what I should have did first. Nope. See if I can get this out the easy way. Honestly, if you go back to probably me building this, there probably is a clip of me going, this is a problem for Future Taylor. And now I am Future Taylor. Yeah. It's seized in there. It's cross-threaded. Oh yeah. It is on such an angle. There we go. Fixed. You saying we're responsible for our future selves? No, you're not responsible for your future self. Your future self is a free thing. Future me could have just said F it. But future me chose to. And now, guess what? It's not future me's problem anymore. That was past me. The past is the past. Past me don't care anymore. Past me dealt with it. Current me don't give a shit. It's done. Okay, that screw's gone. Go. Okay. So how does this work? So we have... Okay, is this the front or the back? So looking from the front, there's like no instructions on how this goes. You just kind of... Okay. So that just kind of mounts to that. So I got to put a heat set in here. I got to put some heat sets in here. Because it looks like that just mounts to that. Oh, okay, I see how that works. So that mounts to there. And then this mounts to the extrusion. So I can get rid of that. Yep. Okay. So you're going to mount like this. And then the drag chain is going to kind of do a rip to down here. And then this is going to mount like this, I think. Yep. Easy peasy. And that goes there. Sweet. Heat set time, heat set time. Turn my heat set iron on. I'll just do it over here. Take 2 seconds. So I gotta put heat set in this. And then I gotta put 2 heat sets in that. I mean, I'd retap all the parts. I mean, it's only one hole and it's a mount I'm not going to use anymore, so I'm not too concerned about it. When will it be now? Now. I'm cautiously optimistic about Spaceballs 2. Although I really wish they had gone with the original plan and the sequel would be Spaceballs 3, the quest for Spaceballs 2. Because Spaceballs 2 was the quest for more money. But the joke was they would skip it and come out with Spaceballs 3, the quest for Spaceballs 2. Okay, that. Phase 2, question mark, phase 3 profit. Okay, so I need some M3 T-nuts. And then don't forget, every stream we do give away a spool of polymaker filament. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, link in the video description. Enter for your chance now. We will be doing the draw at the end of stream. And then while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you are interested in getting a stealth changer kit for yourself, or some chibi tubes from Luke's lab, because we are using tube hot ends for this build, be sure to check out the links below. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Although the best way to support channel is to gift memberships, so other people can hang out when we do member stuff and you get access to extra channels on the Discord and whatnot too. There we go. And then what I'm going to be doing soon is, what's today? Today is the 13th. Going forward, the last Friday of the month is going to be community streams. So what I mean by that, we did that end of year stream where we went through, and we went through, like, you all posted stuff in the Discord channel. Look what I printed. What we're going to be doing going forward is the last Friday of every month, we're going to check out that channel and see what has been posted in there and what is new. And it's going to be like a print and chill / community recap stream, just to like show off projects you've been working on, get ideas flowing and whatnot. So that's going to be a, it's going to be a monthly thing on the channel going forward. So should be pretty fun, hopefully. Please tell me you designed these for M3/8s. Okay, good, they are. Come on, get in your hole. Get in your hole. Screw, go down the hole. Any astromech? The astromech is going to be a ongoing project. It's pretty low on my priority list because I have a bunch of other projects that I want to get finished. Namely the power armor. Because the power armor is at a state now where I really want to get it finished, especially now that they're showing off the T45 suit in the show. I need to finish the upper body part of this and finish like weathering. Only the boots are like 100% done. The boots and the helmet are 100% done. Everything else is like at various stages. Like these are ready for the butt piece, the cod piece, and the thigh pieces are ready for like weathering. So want to get it done. How's the droid? Oh, he's fine. He's downstairs. I mean, just a droid. Throughout the month? Yeah. I mean, try and like save it for like one big post, because it's like, hey, stuff I've been working on kind of thing, right? So try and save it for like one post. Do like one post, you know, end of the month. Hey, look, this is what I've been working on kind of thing. Oh, shoot. I hate when T-nuts like rotate on you. Nope, get back in there. This Amazon extrusion. Okay, so that goes... Mine doesn't look like that. Yeah, you have this like channel here, and I'm probably not going to use it. So. Nope. Freaking T-nut. I love playing with my nuts upside down. There we go. There we go. I am missing an M3 nut in there. Did I never put M3 nuts in this? I've been missing nuts in this for since I built it. There we go. Okay. And now we grab this guy. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Go for a button head. M38 button head. You'll work. So I'm hoping we should have some extra drag chain out of this. There we go. Try not to break this because this is 3D printed. I have a 3D printed nut because for some reason I decided to 3D print this. Why did I 3D print this? I don't know, but I 3D printed it. This was printed 4 years ago. The little end stop for this was printed like 4 years ago. Do I have an extra end piece? Because this isn't the right one. I mean, this will work and I could use it, but it only has one screw hole. Let me see if I have extra drag chain. Do I have extra drag chain anywhere? I could have sworn I took drag chain off a printer and I have an extra end piece somewhere. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't think I do. Okay. Guess I don't. We will just do this. Just for now, and if I need to, make it work later. That is too short. Or too long. I need a shorter screw. Yeah, that's way too long. Marcel gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Cheers. There we go. Okay, now we can make this a bit shorter because this doesn't need to be this long anymore. So put this on. If I can get it on. Come on. What? Try not to pinch the wires. There we go. Okay. That is that. Remember, if you are a channel member or Patreon supporter, check out the, make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the video description. There we go. Okay, that's that. So now I can shorten this quite a bit because we don't need that much. So let's go to about, let's try there. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I gotta open these up. Do these open up? Please tell me these are ones that open up. They are. Good. Okay. What side do these open on? Oh, it's these style ones. Yeah, it's these ones. Okay. There's like gloop or something on a bunch of these, and I don't know why. Yeah, remember, if you get gifted a membership, make sure you thank them. Thank the bus driver, kiddies. There we go. Okay, and then take that off there. Right about there. That'll work. Okay, so that should have gone through there. Okay, I screwed that up. Undo this 1 second. So you like that. Then you got to go through there. So I got to now undo. Oh, don't do that. Okay. What happened? We're getting this ready for stealth changer stuff, so we have to swap. But there's like I got to run some wires through a slot. There we go. Come on, I gotta tighten it back up. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So now I can pull these guys. There we go. What I'll do is tie there, and this can now go under here, which means I can actually finally finish putting together underneath the hood, because we couldn't actually finish tying everything up because we had drag chains that didn't reach. So now we actually have stuff that works. Huzzah. Oh, wait, I screwed that up. 1 second. Cut that. Shoot, can I get through that? Okay, you go there, you go there, you go there, and then you come through there, and then you go there. There we go. There we go. Take this off so I don't accidentally drop it. That would be bad. And now we got to flip the printer over and get at the bottom. It's going pretty good though. And then we'll finish the stream with some wonderfully delicious hackery of CAD, because I got to get that crossbar up. Hopefully there's like an actual CAD file for the stealth changer that I can modify instead of having to butcher an STL. That would be nice. Okay. Hopefully it's still bottom heavy. Ooh, okay, that handle's not screwed in. tip, tip. Because now I can actually plug in the other motor because we actually have enough cable for it. There we go. There we go. Still need to swap out the pie. We'll do that next stream. Should probably power this up to make sure I didn't blow anything up before we start actually hooking up tool heads. It's probably a good idea. Should we plug this in? Make sure it actually isn't fried. Is that a good idea? Should I give it the juice? Should I give it the juice? Let me fix this stupid handle first. Don't know how I lost a T-nut there. Somehow I did. Send it. Okay. Let's fix this handle first to put a actual screw back in there. It's funny, you could tell which parts are eSun ABS Plus because they have this like somewhat of a matte finish and they crack a little easy. That's how you know it's eSun ABS Plus. By the way, everything that's blue on this was printed in like 2020 as V2.2 parts. So if you see blue on this printer, it's an old part. Because I'm very much a, if it ain't broke, why mess with it type person. Okay, let me roll you on your side here. So I want to see the electronics when I power it up, because I don't want to fry anything. Unplug you. Let's get a C14 cable. Should have like 20 of these. Oh great, I'm not going to be able to find a C14 cable. Probably on the other side. Yeah, they all are. Oh, perfect, drag chain. Good, I can swap out that part I need to swap out. Good. Okay. Okay, plug you in, off. And now comes the part where I find out if I screwed up anything with the wiring. Because again, this printer is kind of old. It's been through a bunch of different revisions. So I'm hoping that it's still, I didn't like decide to use red for black or something like that. But hey, if it catches fire, at least it's content. 3, 2, 1, contact. Okay, I think we're good. No sparks. We're swapping out this Pi, so that's why it's not hooked up or anything, because that's a Pi 3 and I'm going to go to a Pi 4. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Good there. Mucho bueno. Si, senor. The printer, it is good. Actually, stupid drag chain's way too long. I gotta fix that, but whatever. Okay, let me swap out this one piece I don't like with a proper end piece. It's not that I don't try. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't care. It's blue. Dabba dee dabba die. That'll work. Okay, CAD time. Let's look at CAD stuff, because we have to design some custom stuff. Because right now we need to make something so that these guys can mount, that extrusion can mount there, and these can attach to that extrusion. Because the stock ones, no worky. So we're on stealth changer. So we're on that modular dock. The fact that there's no link in here to the actual GitHub when you're talking about the dock, like, show me the files. The fact that this is everything about it, but it doesn't actually talk about it or show you it anywhere is kind of annoying, I'll admit. Like, I really wish they'd be like, hey, here's your link for stuff. Like the modular dock, yes, but where is everything? Like this is, software calibration, getting started. Modular dock. Like the fact there is no links to any of the files in the wiki blows me away. Like, come on, guys. Like, I know I'm being nitpicky here, but it's like, come on. It's because now I have to like, okay, what doc did I use in? Boron, Stealth, Changer, GitHub. Upper right corner. Oh, there's the link. Wow, that's okay. Modular dock. Okay. CAD. Doc.step. Okay, download that. No, I don't want the raw. I don't know why I hit go raw. Well, go back. Okay. Download. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. We're firing up Fusion. Woo, Fusion! Because hopefully if I can get those printed, we can put that on. And then all we need to do is figure out how we're going to mount the connectors for the Bowdens and the umbilicals. And then we're kind of laughing. So. Okay, file, open from my computer, doc.step. Back to work. The content I created tries to load a step file. Linux doesn't do this. Yay! Okay. So, I need to have, is this the right doc? Oh my God, there's like 20 different docs here. Oh my God, all the files are one file. Frame short. Where's this part? Okay, so we don't need any of the 15. Frame short is normal. Where are you? Okay, we don't need the L bracket. Okay, so this is what we need to modify. So, what I need to do is basically have this mounting point here, you see this, on this side. So I need to move this feature 20 millimeters this way, because if it's lined up for the middle of the frame here, if I move it 20 millimeters, it would be lined up with this, right? I'm not. Sometimes it's nice to just have a scale with you. Yeah, 20 mil. Okay. So. Okay, don't need these screws. Move. Hopefully everything's on an axis. Okay. I don't want to move. Can't just move it. Cancel. Oh! Did that move? Oh, shoot. Okay, that did move. Move. 20 mil. I don't know why it's... Translate? There we go. Translate. Okay, 20 mil. Okay, now how do I make it move? These guys. Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Holes are too constrained. Okay, let me hide that. Hide this. Hide that. We got so much, this, like, I don't care about all this stuff. You know what? Ready? Isolate. Oh, there we go. Okay. That one, that one. Move. 20 millimeters. No, move 20 millimeters. Okay. Okay, that doesn't want to move. Can you mirror it? Well, no, I tried printing it backwards and it doesn't line up. It's not like, we already tried just like spinning it around. It doesn't work. We have to like move it all over. Okay, let me bring this back to normal. Isolate. Okay, isolate that one part. Okay. Highlight the chamfer as well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna highlight that, 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 that. Okay. Move. 20 mil. Okay. There we go. There's that. Now I got to move these guys. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's this split face. Just split it. No, cancel. Modify. Split body, there we go. That. Okay. Okay. So now we have bodies. Body one, no, okay, so body two, body three, body four. Move that. 20 millimeters. Booyah. Okay. Modify. Press pull. Okay, I can't go that far. Okay, I can't go that far. Modify. If I delete the, oh, I think sometimes if you delete the chamfers. I delete the chamfers sometimes. Because we don't need this anymore. This whole part here is redundant. Q. 25. Yeah, good enough. Whatever, that'll work. Not. Oh, that's. Oh, I see what that is. Okay, shoot. Delete. Delete. There we go. Oh, perfect. That works perfect. There we go. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Trying to remember what orientation. So this was printed vertically like that. Okay, so this is still printed in the same orientation. Okay, there we go. And then we do this, we do that. Modify. Where's merge? Combine. Combine. There we go. And we have one body. Where is it? Save as mesh. Export STL. Sweet. We're going to call this front, reversed, front, outside, extrude, mount. Okay. STL files. That. I'm just going to save it to. I'll save it to my tower 3D. Don't think I have any docs in here that I need to worry about, but I'm going to just save it to my 3D models folder. See, every now and then, I like Fusion, I understand. Okay, that ain't working. We'll just save it to my downloads. Uh-oh, please don't crash. Come on, Fusion. Uh-oh. Apparently trying to open my... Oh, there we go. Okay, it kind of worked. There we go. 3D models, save. There we go. Okay. Now I need to load. Which printer do I have? Where is? Where'd I put the filament? I need my red ABS. Where'd I put it? Not in that machine. Not in that pile. I got the black ABS here. Where'd I put the red ABS? Am I out? I shouldn't be out. No, I'm not out. Red ABS. Shoot. Where'd I put it? It's got to be in the garage because I didn't bring it inside. Is it on this side of the garage? Nope, not on this side of the garage. Where did I put it? It's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oh, dang. We might have a problem. We might have a problem. I can see the cardboard. I might not have enough. I might have to print it in black. Let me run downstairs and check. Let me run downstairs and check and see if I have another spool of this stuff in red. Because otherwise, I might have to print it in black. Fiber on, black, fiber on, red, black. Shoot. Yeah, I only have it in black. Okay. I don't think I have a dark red anywhere. Yeah, okay, I guess we gotta print it in black. Unless, what's this? Buddy 3D, your PLA. Shoot. Nope, okay, I guess I do gotta print it in black. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, is what it is. Okay, I guess we're printing it in black. So, home, filament, unload, Bruce a slicer, Cement Limited. Well, it's not persimmon limited. It just, I wanted to use the same red I've been using for, you know, I want to use the same red as these. But I don't have any. Because unfortunately, the Fiberon only comes in, they only sell it in 500 gram or 3 kilogram spools. So... I'll load up this. Insert, it's inserting. ASA. Yeah, that's the one with the Diamondback. Yeah, we're good there. Models. So this is balance, core 1, persimmon ASA, you know, it's Fiberon. 4 of those, 40% infill, print settings, 5, 5, 4. Actually, we don't need 40% infill on this, it's just a top mount. There we go. And that'll work, and then we can screw it right on. Sweet! Bet I have enough of the red. It says I need 53 grams. I highly doubt this is 53 grams. Like, the spool weighs 175 grams. I mean, what I could do is do a transition. I could transition it and do red until I run out and then switch to black. But, okay, so the spool weighs 175 grams. And we have 220 grams of red. You know what? Fuck it, we ball. I will use this, and when it runs out, I'll just switch to black ABS. We'll have a transition. Because we'll have red on the outside. Red on the outside. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to transition. Okay, yeah, that's good. Guess what? You just loaded black. I'm going to switch you to red now. Lower the infill. Yeah, I'll lower the infill. Well, it's just a top part, so it's not like it's got to be crazy. So we'll do 20% infill, do 3 walls, 4 top, 4 bottom. Okay, filament. Filament. You know, it was just loaded. Okay. Pull you out. I think I just broke some in there. Hopefully I did not. Find out in a minute. And load the red. If it works, it works. And if not, it doesn't. Inserting filament. We are going to lose some to purge, right? So that's going to be a problem. We're going to lose some to the purge. Hopefully none of these warp and we don't have any part fails. Yeah, so right now it is 44 grams of filament. So we might be okay. This might work. This might work. Well, dropping it from 40% infill to 20% only saved us like 6 grams, or barely. There's not a lot of infill in here. Infill isn't the thing. And I do want infill because this is a structural component. Like, it is structural. I mean, if I gotta swap to black for the last little bit, I'll swap to black for the last little bit. I'm not too concerned. Yes, that color is correct. love the smell of red ASA. Smells like victory. Okay. There we go. Send to printer. Send to connect. Core 1, 2, select, print. Sweet. So we'll let that print, and then that should be about it. We are getting there. We are getting there. Hopefully I did it right. Hopefully this... Oh, I love moving these manually. But I got a feeling I got busted Zed somewhere. What are... Wait a minute. Oh my God. Are you serious? How long has that been like that? I just noticed something. Good thing I noticed that moving this. Because I don't think I would have noticed this otherwise. We got to fix something. We got a problem. Who can guess the problem? Oh my God. How long has that been like that? Fun fact, the plastic part is not a bearing. Uh-oh. What do you want? Yeah, it's melted plastic. That better work, boo. I routed the Z belt around here. I'll show you. I'll show you. Because I'm going to have to print some replacement parts now. I have to print more Z parts. Oh my God. Rotate, rotate, pivot, pivot. Ugh. Which one is it? It's this one. I got to replace that Z mount. I screwed up big time. Okay, let's take this off. This ain't good. I got to fix this. I got to take this extrusion off now. Nope. Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good. It's gonna be awkward to do on camera, but it is what it is. Lose that. Now, to be fair, this is a mistake I've done and other people have done in the past. I'm gonna have to take all this off. Shoot, that's gonna be a pain to do. This is a pain to do, pain to do. Actually, that can stay on. I don't think this was the one we fixed. The one we fixed was like, I don't know which one. Okay, you're off. Is this the one we fixed? No, this isn't the one we fixed, so I'm gonna have to fix it, so. I'll show you why I gotta replace the whole bloody thing now. Gotta print a whole set of motor parts, Z motor parts now. come off. You can just hang there for now. Come off. I think I got to take the foot off. Ooh. Joys of maintenance on ancient printers. Okay. Okay, that's too big. It's been a while since I've actually built a V2. I'm realizing that. I haven't built a V2 in a long time on this channel. Okay. Who could tell me the problem? Who could see the problem? Apparently, I was using the plastic part as a, yeah, that ain't good. Okay, so I only have to replace that one part. Let's print with stronger plastic. Or don't have your belts rubbing on it, which hopefully didn't shred this belt. I don't know, belt's good. I don't think it was like that for long. It's probably only been like that since the last rebuild. So let's get some new parts here. Or on GitHub. How long was it printing? A couple of years, but not a lot of actual print time. Since whenever I did the last rebuild on it, but it probably only has maybe 100 hours on it print time. I haven't actually used this printer a lot. Okay, STLs, Z drive. Which one do I need here? Is it an A or B? Okay, so I need... What the heck is this? Open full. So I need the part with the top. So that would be an ABB. Okay. So you know what? I'm just going to print one of each. Whatever. Download that. Download that. Container A. Yeah. So I need to print, you know what, again, I don't know which one. I'll just print them both. Retainer A, retainer B. And you know what? Faceplate A. No, don't need that. Main drive A. Main drive B. Okay, so now, this, A, delete, downloads. Okay, so see which ones I actually need here. So I need this one. So this one can go bye-bye. So if that is A, I'm assuming I also need A here, which is this guy. Yeah, so B, go bye-bye. That means I need A, because these are all A. There we go. Yeah. So that's that one. That is this one. then that is that one. Okay. Okay. Sweet. Arrange that. Yeah, these are different. Like, I'm pretty sure the one I'm holding in my hand here is like a beta. I'm pretty sure the Z drives on this are beta. Z drives. So they're a little out of date. I probably, you know, I've already replaced one broken part on one of them. Probably should replace them all, but you know what? I'm gonna fix what's broken. So I'm just going to build a module here. Okay, send to connect, and you can print on the other V2 or on the Core 1 because you already have black ABS loaded or ASA. There we go. Cool. Yeah, honestly, it's not as bad as I thought, but it actually wore a shiny spot on it. Like I've seen this actually like wear right through. So, I mean, the bearing is still good. Everything's still good. I just got to build it. Okay. Is it damaged enough that you need to reprint it? No, but I don't want to risk it. I already have the machine on its side, and it's not like I can do much else right now anyways, because I have to like reprint parts. So since it's already in a state of being kind of faffed around with, I might as well replace the parts. I might as well. I'd rather not risk it. It's just easier to not risk it, right? Just swap it out, move on. Take 2 minutes. Because this was the other one that we had to fix. We had to replace a broken part on this one. The rest. Yeah, the rest should be good. Yeah. So it's not a huge thing. It's more just like, you know what, while we're in here, we might as well poke around a bit and fix a couple things, right? Not a big deal. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's like this. How many times the bottom of this is scored up because of I've been bumping it on stuff because it's like right on the same height, so this like hits stuff. I do need to swap this to a shorter one though. Okay. So we're gonna be doing the giveaway. I'm probably gonna end at 1:45. We'll end at 1:45 because I have to get the little guy from school and whatnot. So there we go. Salvage those. Yeah, I got to salvage a bunch of heat sets. Explain why it was having so much weird resistance moving it. That explains a lot. So, is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, so I'll swap out this broken. Is this broken or is this? No. But I'll swap that out to the new one too. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. Well, now we have something to do Friday. Okay. Oh, why is chat? Live chat. There we go. There we go. I hate when it defaults to not live chat. Da-da-da-da. If anyone wants this file, just reach out to me. Like, I could throw it on printables. I don't know. I don't know how to use GitHub, so I'm not going to try and put it on the GitHub. But if for whatever reason you need to build one exactly the same way as mine, just reach out and I'll just send you the file. Topic switching is fine right now. We got 15 minutes left on the stream. We're not doing near after dark. Not after Saturday. But it's open floor right now. So if you got anything you want to talk about or any printing stuff or anything you want me to take a look at, throw it in chat right now. So, okay. Finishing your first V02, expect for the printing bed. Any other good advice before final assembly? Just make sure you're following the instructions. It's honestly, like, it's not that complicated of a build. There's no, like, hidden things you should look out for, I don't think. Just make sure you're following the manual. Make sure you know, should got your T-nuts in. But, yeah. Saturday here. No, we just had a Nero After Dark stream that got a little topical, and it was what it was. So, it's scrubbed. If you were there, you were there. If you're not there, don't worry about it. Did anyone else see like the $650 Pokemon? Where is it? Where is it? I think somebody posted in the members chat. Was it the members chat? Yeah. So Pokemon, Lego, they're coming out with a Lego Pokemon kit with a bunch of Pokemon. The Pikachu looks weird, I think. But they got this one here. This set with the Venusaur, the Blastoise, and the Charizard. It's like a $650 Lego set. And I want it. I want it so bad. But $650 for Lego? Yeah. Yeah, we could build it on stream. Or Twitch or something. And it'd be content. That's still $650. Holy shit. After taxes. Yeah, and then also convert that shit to Canadian. It's insane. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so lego.ca. Yeah, no, no, I'm in Canada. No. Sure, whatever. Fuck off. I want to go to Lego. Okay, Lego Canada. Pre-order. $900 Canadian. No. Want it though. But it's 900 freaking dollary dues. Like, okay, the Eevee, $85 for the Eevee. The freaking Pikachu is $270. Oh, jeez. So there's the problems with Lego. Lego used to have a rule where non-standard parts were not allowed. And I think they've kind of let that slip for the longest time. Like for example, Charizard's wings here. Those kind of look, you know, is there a close-up of all of them? Like each one? Yeah, like, can I zoom in? Yeah. Like Charizard's wings here, are these standard Lego parts? Like Lego used to have this rule where they wouldn't come out with like one-off parts for special builds, but now they kind of do. Like I think the water here, for example, and I think his wings might not be standard Lego pieces. Maybe some of it, like especially like that. But like, from my understanding, the actual cost of a Lego piece, one singular Lego block, has actually kept up with inflation. Like Lego bricks are basically the same price when you were a kid as they are now, just adjusted for inflation. I think they're ever so slightly more, but they've actually, compared to a lot of other stuff, like fucking food, they've actually been very reasonably priced. The problem is Legos are stupid expensive, not because of the bricks, because of the licensing. So all these Lego kits are stupid expensive because of the Pokemon branding or the whatever else is like popular and trendy with Lego. Because like, okay, how many? So this is 6,800 pieces. Jeez. So like, let's find like just a regular Lego. Like just, where's a regular, oh, Legend of Zelda, what do they have for Zelda? Oh, I got a Deku tree. But where's like regular Lego? Bricks and pieces. View all pieces. Okay, if anyone wants a Lego piece. Like, where's the generic Lego piece? Piece type, Lego. category, bricks. Show me, where is my generic Lego piece? Where is my 2x8 Lego piece? Where is my generic Lego piece? Black. Where is my 2x8 Lego piece? I want to see how much a Lego piece, like one generic Lego piece is. 7 pages of Lego pieces. Oh my God. Anyways, but yeah, it's the licensing, especially like the Harry Potter Lego kits. Like it's just because there's like this added cost for any kit that's themed. It's like, it's not the per brick cost that has gone up. It's like the kit overall price has gone up. So there's a train set with a 3D printed part. Ooh. I still want the Lego Saturn V. I don't think they make it anymore. Saturn V. Yeah. They used to have this kit, and I had the chance to buy it at one point. Like, I was at a store at the mall, and they had it. And I wanted to buy it, and I didn't. And I regret it to this day. Because I wanted this. 2x4 brick is 21 USD. So, calculator. So, 0.21 cents times... How many bricks was in the Pokemon? How many bricks is this? 6838. Okay, 1400, but that's a 21 USD Lego brick. The little like one peg ones aren't that much. Plus, I'm pretty sure they're even cheaper when you have them individual, like you're buying them by the thousands. Yeah, I wish they still had the Saturn V. They got the SLS. They got Orange Rocket. Orange Rocket bad, Orange Rocket good. You can get the SLS. Nobody wants the SLS, but they can get the SLS. This one's pretty cool too. This one would be fun to have. Yeah, Binance, yeah. You accidentally bought... How do you accidentally buy... No offense, but how do you accidentally buy a multi-$100 Lego kit twice? And yeah, I could print it on the Venture XL. Like, you know, I've got Power Armor parts that I've printed on it, which I gotta start hand working these stuff. So here's the chest piece for the T45. It does not show up on camera good at all. I also got the... There, gotta glue that on. Ow. How are these going? You know what? Skip absorbing heat. You're warm enough. What about you? Skip absorbing heat. You're warm enough. I want to make sure the prints start before I... We got 5 minutes before the giveaway. So enter now. The Titanic is $50 cheaper than the Pokemon and has 3,000 more bricks. There you go. Because you don't have to pay... You know why? Because Lego doesn't have to pay licensing and extra profits to White Star Line. I don't think. Does anyone own the rights to the Titanic? Like, can you just make stuff with the Titanic without having to pay? Is it James Cameron? You gotta pay James Cameron. Yeah, the Saturn V set has 1,969 pieces. You knew they made it and they're like, okay, shit, we're at like 2,000 pieces. What can we do here? Because adding pieces is easy. Oh, it's supposed to be one 2x8 part? Well, it's two 2x2s. CO Sean, the reason I scrubbed it, I just didn't want to deal with the comments. It was a live discussion, and it is what it is. Models of SpaceX rocket. It's because companies don't want to be associated with him right now, I don't think. There's a reason, like, the only real place you buy, like, Cybertruck Lego car or Cybertruck RC cars are from, like, AliExpress. I don't think people really want to be associated with that right now. Kind of a PR issue. Purposeful. I know it's purposeful for the launch date, but like, I'm pretty sure they designed the rocket. They had their Lego engineers engineer it, and then it's like, oh shit, okay, it's 2,000 parts. How do we make it 1,969? Like, I know it's 1969 for a reason, but I'm like, how did they, like, did they go into it knowing that? Like, did they have, like, I knew they had an abutment, but it's like, how do you get it bang on that? Like, it's like, oh, this one's a 2x8 piece. Okay, now it's 2x4 pieces. Like, how did they have to? I am hungry. Crash diets suck. Crash diets suck. Oh yeah, I'm sure they have like budgets when the engineers come down to like, okay, you need to make a Harry Potter train Lego set. It has to be between this many pieces and this many pieces and approximately this big. Works like a slicer? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like, I know how I've seen things on how they build a Lego. As a former mold maker, seeing how they make the Lego molds is insane. Because, like, in terms of like mold quality, in terms of like tiers of mold quality, where you have like generic AliExpress tat shit at the bottom and dollar store stuff and whatnot, and then at like the top end you have like medical grade molds. The Lego molds are up there with the medical molds. The precision that Lego molds are built to, and the amount of work that they have to like deal with, like are we good? Are you extruding? You are extruding. Good. Yeah. Like, Lego molds have to be to such a stupidly high tolerance when they make them. And they have to last like millions of shots without wearing out. Because remember, a Lego brick you buy today works perfectly fine with a Lego brick you bought in 1981. Like, they are insane with their tolerancing. They are insane with their tolerancing. Their Lego molds are like... And they're not even that complicated. They're just built. These aren't it. Where's like, yeah, this is a Lego mold. Yeah, so this one has made 120,000 bricks. Yeah, 120 million bricks this thing has made. But it's just like, they're not that complicated of a mold. They're just built to a stupidly high tolerance of really strong, like, hardened steels and whatnot. Also, to be fair, these are all inserts. So see the positive and the negative here? You have the core and the cavity. These parts you can replace as they wear out or they need work. You can just take these out and replace them. So it's not like, you know, the entire mold is one piece. There are components that you can swap out if they start to wear. What would that cost to make? It depends. It's hard to say. My background is automotive. So like a fascia mold, you know, the part that covers your bumper, the front of your car, that's like $1 million mold. Anywhere from like $600 to $1 million, depending on, you know, where it, like the size, the complexity, and that's building it in Canada, not, you know, China prices. And that was also between like when I was in the industry. So that was from 2013 to 2022, roughly. Erdestein's ranting about, well, of course a German guy would complain about the tolerance quality of Lego bricks declining. They are the Germans, and they have Das Auto and other, they're just, there's a reason I leave the 3D printing videos that are specifically about testing stuff and making charts to CNC Kitchen and Tom Sand Ladder. They're the reason I let those two guys and let them do that stuff. It's in their blood. I don't have patience for charts. Okay, let's do a giveaway. That's what I got patience for. Who wants to win some filament? File save. Yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Well, it's also, it has to do with, you know, production costs and complexity, and it's industry's changed. Lego was dying for a couple years there. Like, there was a period, I think it was like the early 2000s, where Lego was not doing good as a company. Like, they almost went under. And what actually saved Lego was the licensing stuff. Licensing the games, the licensing kits, like, basically selling out saved Lego kind of thing. How many do we got? We got 230 people, random, bots, 230, play. What's the filament? Printer chow. Okay, so how this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you win, you get a free hat. Everyone likes a free hat. And right here, this person right here, this ball right here, who is that? Mr. Addy. If you win, you get a free hat with your spool of filament from Polymaker. Good luck. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it 500x's your luck. Now, luck is intangible, but it does increase your luck. Maybe. I don't know. How can you judge luck? It's a hidden statistic. Bionicle, yep. Yeah, going from basically building like standard, like, you know your generic Lego kits, right? The generic Lego space shuttle, the generic Lego, like everything. Going from that to doing like the tie-ins and the specialty stuff, that's what like saved Lego, essentially. Like they kind of had to diversify and sell out. I know. Well, Kenneth, you were in the lead for a split second there. Could do an Excel for this. What, you mean the giveaway? Well, this is more fun. This is way more fun. That's a stone rocker. There is a ghost. I think Greg might have it. Greg, you got it? Greg Sands with the win. Greg Sands with the win. Woo! So congratulations, Greg. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. Sands, there you are. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Congratulations. Let's get some golf claps in chat. I really want to know how marbles works. I wonder, I'm assuming it's physics-based, so that it legit is completely random. And it's not like predetermined. Like, you know how, like, for example, when you go to Vegas and you play the one-armed bandit, when you put your coin in or you select whatever your payment is, that determines your winning. That determines what's going to come up. Pulling the arm doesn't affect the outcome at all. The moment you slide the coin in or you hit the pay button or select your payment or whatever, that's what sets what the outcome is, right? It's not pulling the arm, has nothing to do with it. So I'm assuming with this, because it's physics-based for the marbles, it truly is random. It is truly random, I think. I think it's all RNG. It's not like, oh, you know, it's predetermined. At least I hope so. I hope it's all random. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's random. I'm pretty sure it's like a physics-based thing. No point in RNG. Well, that's how gambling works, right? It's gambling. It's odds. I think like some places you can get away with games of skill. There's certain rules, but I don't gamble. I avoid it for a reason. So yeah. Okay. What is rigged is the crane game. Crane games are rigged. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. We have a little bit more work to do on this because I had to fix a broken stuff, so that's printing now. And then, so if all goes well, we should be pretty close to getting this moving, hopefully. I think we're pretty close to getting this moving. We should be pretty good pretty soon. So that'll be nice. So again, I want to give a huge shout out to LDO Motors. They provided the kit for this build series for the Stealth Changer. Also, big shout out to Luke's Lab. They provided a bunch of chibi tube hot ends to fill out all our tool heads with some nice high flow hot ends. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Remember, if you got a gifted sub or anything, make sure you thank the person who gifted to you and join the Discord link in the video description. It is Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you in the future. Good night.